JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man's body found wrapped in bed sheet in Spanish Town. Detectives assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division are trying to ascertain the identity of a man whose body was found wrapped in a bed sheet on Friday. The police say at about 5:30 p.m. they were called to Prince Avenue, Spanish Town, where the body was seen in the white bed sheet. The body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the back of the neck. The scene was examined, and the body was removed to a morgue. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch is conducting a probe of the matter. Woman killed in St. James crash after car hits pothole. A woman was killed early Friday morning in a motor vehicle crash, reportedly caused by a pothole. The name of the 33-year-old victim has not been released by the police. A total of 290 people have died on the roadways so far this year, 37 fewer than the comparative figure last year, according to police data. The 33-year-old woman was a passenger in a Nissan motor car that was traveling north along the Brandon Hill Main Road in St. James at about 1:15 a.m. According to a police report, the driver lost control of the motor car after it drove through a pothole in the vicinity of the Blossom Gardens Children's Home. The vehicle came to a halt after crashing into a concrete wall. Correctional officer and a security guard accused of smuggling ganja into prison granted bail. A correctional officer and a security guard, who were allegedly held with a quantity of ganja at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center, are to reappear in court on December 10. The correctional officer, Maurice Bennett, and the security guard, Sean Cowens, are charged with possession of and dealing in ganja and introducing a prohibited article into a penal institution. When the accused men appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court, before Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale, Bennett was granted $800,000 bail, while Cowens was granted $200,000 bail. It is alleged that the men were held with packages of ganja as they were entering the facility on October 8. They were arrested and taken to the Spanish Town Police Station. An investigation was conducted and both men were later charged. The men were represented by attorneys at law Kemoy McEachron and Denise Hinson. Men who allegedly set man on fire charged with murder. 2 men who allegedly doused a man with gasoline and then set him on fire after a verbal dispute at a bar in their community have been charged with murder. The deceased has been identified as 34-year-old Kemar Smith of Glen Drive, Kingston 8, charged with Smith's murder of 56-year-old Garnet Dale, otherwise called Lazarus, a security guard, and 42-year-old Kemar Wilson, both of the community. Reports are that at about 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 27, Smith and persons from the community had a verbal dispute, during which was allegedly attacked by Dale and Wilson, who doused him with gasoline and then set him ablaze. Smith, upon realizing that he was set on fire, quickly removed his clothing and jumped into a water container in an effort to extinguish the flames, the police said. He then reportedly ran to the station with severe burns all over his body. He was assisted to the hospital, where he was admitted in a serious but stable condition. However, on Tuesday, May 2, Smith succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead. Dale and Wilson were formally charged on Friday, October 11. Their court date is being finalized. Teens allegedly robbed man of iPhone 16 Pro Max and $200,000. The police have arrested and charged 2 teenagers who allegedly robbed a man of his iPhone 16 Pro Max and cash amounting to $200,000 on the Heavy Sand Main Road in Withorn, Westmoreland on Friday, October 4. The teenagers, who cannot be identified, have been charged with robbery with aggravation in relation to the incident. Reports are that at about 7 p.m., a man was walking along the roadway when he was allegedly pounced upon by both teens whom he knew, one armed with a knife and the other with a machete. It is alleged that the teens demanded the man's phone and cash before escaping on foot in the area. A report was subsequently made to the police, and the police escorted the man to the home address of the teens. A report was subsequently made to the police, and the police escorted the man to the home address of the teens, where they were positively identified. They were both arrested and later charged. Their court date is being finalized. MP confirms he is the subject of an Integrity Commission report sent to Parliament. Member of Parliament for Manchester North West Michael Phillips has confirmed that he is the subject of an Integrity Commission report that was sent to Parliament but has not yet been tabled. On Tuesday, the Integrity Commission served a notice that it had submitted to Parliament for tabling a report of investigation, an associated indicative ruling, and a full ruling of its Director of Corruption Prosecution. In a media release on Saturday, Phillips disclosed that his 2022 statutory declaration was late due to a delay in getting all the relevant documents. He said shortly after the deadline, the documents were submitted and he has since fully complied with all the requirements. According to Phillips, as a public servant, he takes his responsibilities seriously, and while the statutory declaration was delayed, it is not connected with illicit enrichment. He said all his statutory declarations have been certified and the late filing penalty of $250,000 has been paid. Husband of 2 weeks and the daughter among 3 killed in crash. She really dead, Mom? She really dead? Keisha Flemings asked from the U.S. on Friday. Her mother-in-law Beverly McIntosh had just told her that her 14-year-old daughter Tashanti Jones had been killed in a car crash. The two women were bound together by the gut-wrenching grief that comes with losing a child. McIntosh's son, 31-year-old cabinet maker Hudane Flemings, Keisha's husband of only 2 weeks, was also among the dead. 21-year-old Brandon Gordon also died in the crash, which occurred on the Salt Marsh Roadway in Trelawney. A distraught McIntosh struggled to absorb the fresh grief that was being added to emotional toll taken by an earlier tragedy. Me don't know how I'm going to make it because I lose my daughter in 2018 and it give me a stroke. I go America and do the surgery. I can't say that much, but me give thanks. So I just hope and pray, McIntosh said. She said tragedy struck moments from their home while Flemings was making his usual trip. Me know some of the mornings him always bring the kids to school. Him carry the early kids and this one on the evening shift, McIntosh revealed. The doctors were trying but she didn't make it. When I reached the hospital, one of her eyes did open, she added. At Mushet High School, where little Tashanti was a 10th grader, afternoon classes were suspended to allow students, including her younger sister, and the teachers time to grieve. Speaking with the vice principal and a couple of the members of staff, it was a really sad day at Mushet, especially for the school on the afternoon shift. A grief-stricken principal, Leighton Johnson, said by phone from the U.S., where he's on vacation. The staff is just trying to engage in grief counseling and hold the students together as best as possible. Our form teacher, our immediate classmates, and the entire school community is really saddened by this, he added. According to a police report, the crash took place at about 10:30 a.m. on Friday, when a Toyota Wish motor vehicle driven by Flemings was traveling behind a Suzuki Grand Vitara on the Greenside Main Road heading towards Falmouth. The Suzuki Grand Vitara was in the process of turning off the road to a car wash on the right when the Toyota Wish, which was overtaking a line of traffic, collided into the right side of the Suzuki. The impact resulted in the driver of the Toyota Wish losing control of the vehicle, which careened off the road and ended up into a ditch before slamming into a concrete wall. Flemings and Gordon died on the spot, while Tashanti was rushed to the Falmouth Public General Hospital. However, she died while undergoing treatment. The lone occupant of the Suzuki Grand Vitara was also taken to hospital for treatment. The Falmouth police are investigating. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.